Live stream, I'm going to try something interesting today, see if I can film content at the same time as being on the live stream, or I should say, trying to be on the live stream at the same time as filming content. We're going to see how this works. I'm just trying to get everything set up. We've got a few different tripods today. See if we can get some good angles on everything that we're doing. Right about there, I think. Let's see, we're probably working in there. I think so. Let's see how that's going to set up, because I'm going to be like right here. Let's see here. Hey, my hair is pretty funky. That's good. That's all right. We're all right. Can I read comments from that far away? So let's see if I'm working there, because I'm doing everything at the same time. So I've got camera over here, but the live stream is over here. So let's see if I'm right there and I'm right here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to adjust. So you guys get to see what's going on here behind the scenes, how we set everything up for this live stream. But I'm really filming today and trying to do a live stream at the same time. So we'll see how it goes. So thanks for coming in. This is Mother's Day prep right now. I'm doing key lime pie. I don't have a smoker, so I'm doing oven baked ribs, but we're gonna finish them off on the barbecue later on when it's dinner time. I've got corn on the cob. Not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. I was thinking a little bit of honey, maybe wrap it in bacon, a little bit of hot honey, possibly make it a little spicy. And then I'm gonna cheat and make biscuits from a box. So don't tell anybody that. But right now I'm getting the camera set up to see how I'm going to film this stuff. So I'm really going to be filming, still trying to pay attention to the live stream, but you guys will see how I film in the background. If you have any tips, by all means, share those. So I think that's good, because I can see it on that camera. We'll be able to see it on this camera too. Okay, perfect. First things first now, I need to get coffee brewing, because if I'm filming, I need coffee. Oh, I thought there was something on the ceiling, but also, you might notice back there on the counter, I think you can see that I've got the stuff for the key lime pie. I've had it out now for about 90 minutes or so to try and get room temperature on my eggs, my butter, the limes, instead of being in the fridge. Hopefully they're softening up a little bit. I've washed a few of those already, so welcome everyone who's coming in live stream. That's what, about 3? Yeah, that'll be good for the blood pressure. Okay. So we're doing a lot, and I'm on a timeline today to cook all this and film all this. I've got to cook the pie. So what is it? It's about almost 10:30 in the morning on a Saturday. The pie shouldn't take it never takes too long, but filming it takes a hell of a lot longer than just actually baking it. Because I can make that key lime pie in under 20 minutes. It takes about 3-4 minutes to technically whip up the crust, which is just graham crackers. Graham crackers, a little bit of sugar and butter. Pop that in the oven. It only takes 8 to 12 minutes. That's pretty quick. And while that's in there, typically you can make the lime. I keep saying lemon, but it's the lime. I'm trying to make key lime pie. The lime filling, or the filling for the pie. That's easy too. It doesn't take too much. We've got eggs going in. We've got condensed milk, fresh lime juice, and lemon zest. See, I said lemon zest. Lime zest. Lime. It's a lime. We're making lime pie. And that's it, the 4 ingredients. Whip those up, pop those in the pie crust when it's done in that 8 to 12 minute mark, and then put it in the oven. That should only take 10, 15, beep, beep, beep. See, the oven's already ready. So it's like 15 minutes in there. So prep time is quick. It's the filming time that takes more. So I've got to have that pie in the oven. I wanted to try and get it done by 11. I don't think it's going to happen. But as long as it's out of the oven by 12 o'clock, that's key. Because while that's in the oven doing its thing, I'm also going to do meringue. But I'm not going to do the meringue until later on. Pie got to come out of the oven. Got to cool on the counter for about an hour on a rack. You got a big rack. Anyways, then you put it in the fridge. I got to put it in the fridge for about 3 hours. And once it's cooled down properly in the fridge, then I'm going to have the meringue ready. I'm going to make a meringue just like a Las Vegas type. I didn't make my coffee. Hang on. Does someone remind me where I was at? I got to get that coffee. Could have been brewed by now. Let me get the coffee brewing. I'll need a jolt of coffee when I'm baking and cooking. Where's my hat? I can't bake without my hat. I need my hat. Hang on a second. The hair won't be completely messed up, but anyways, where was I? I was in my rant. Oh yes, it was the lemon pie. The lemon pie, you might have seen, I posted one video so far on the channel, the lemon pie that I had in Las Vegas. It was 24 bucks a slice, I think. 24 freaking dollars for a slice of pie. Add on the tax, we're at, call it 26. add on the tip, you're 30 bucks. 30 bucks for one slice of pie. And they're really sneaky how they do it. The lemon filling, I'm making lime, key lime, but I had lemon, it's similar. It was like that deep, and the meringue was like that deep. I'm gonna pay 30 bucks for that? I'm thinking I make it for, what's that, 30 cents an egg, $1.50, a little bit of, I'm making this whole pie for under 10 bucks. I'm gonna get a 9-incher for under 10 bucks. Anyways, and this pie's gonna be just as good. They pile that meringue. You don't want them to say, well, they gotta use the eggs, I've got all these egg whites. Listen, this restaurant, for the amount of béarnaise sauce that they're making, with all those eggs and the yolks, and they're just saving the whites throughout the day, and then they make this big meringue. It doesn't cost them anything extra. Anyway, so once that coffee's ready, we'll get going. But like I say, I'm filming this. I'm filming over, actually, that reminds me, I'm gonna have to get this thing set up. Hopefully I've got everything charged sufficiently for today. I'll see, I said 4, I meant 4, not 4. Enunciate. So you're gonna see how I film stuff and get stuff done behind the scenes, okay? I've got a lot of limes. Like I say, I want to get that tartness in my key lime pie. I want a lot of lime. We're heavy on the lime. So it's an itch there, so I'm going to have to wash afterward. A lot of limes. Some recipes will do half a cup of lime juice. Others will do a 3/4 of a cup of lime juice. I'm going to go between 3/4 and 1. And then in terms of lime zest, some will say do your lime zest, 2 teaspoons. Go 3. We want lime, like it's lime. The crust is gonna have just a pinch of sugar in there, not a punch. And then the meringue is also, I was thinking, do I do a cream, whipped cream, or do I do a meringue? I'm gonna do the meringue and try and replicate what I had in Vegas. But I'm gonna do the meringue as deep as possible too. And I'm gonna do an Italian meringue, so it's gonna be a little bit sweeter, hopefully a little bit thicker. And pile that high and deep, and then I get to use my torch. And that's part of the reason why I want to do the meringue instead of the whipped cream topping for the pie, because I get to use my torch. It's like the torch, you know what I mean? Every time I get to use this, it's if I get to use my torch, I gotta make sure I turn it off. Which way was off? This way? I can't remember, but I'll just have to leave it on for now. Okay, so once that coffee's ready, so lime, we're gonna get our zest to, I'm not gonna juggle on camera, like in Casino. Sam Ace Rothstein, he was juggling on camera and they said, oh, don't do it, don't do it. I haven't juggled in ages, so I don't know if I could still do it. Maybe over here without the counter, that's good enough. We don't need to do any more than that. 2, 5, 7, 9. This is just for the picture because we're doing this behind the scenes. This is, again, filming content. So you're wondering how people do all this stuff. A lot of those big creators, they've got a whole camera crew doing stuff for them, so they don't need to worry about doing all that. Let's put that right there, that one. I think I have a good pile here of limes. And you'll see, it's not just easy. We've got to get everything prepped first to make this key lime pie. There we go. That's a good stack of limes, I think. I can't get this one to stay right where I want it. You know what I mean? Try a different little... This is what happens behind the scenes. You're like, why isn't he cooking yet? Just shut up and cook. Shut up and bake. Well, we're actually filming this stuff. We're filming this stuff. Hey, Dawn. I'm trying to read the comments because the camera's really far away over there so it can be in the frame. I'm going to keep the bag. I'm going to put it back in the bag afterwards. There we go. It's finally beeping. I can have the coffee so I can get baking. Okay? Let's get a Vegas mug since we're talking so much about Vegas. Let's get this one. I'm using this Vegas mug right here. It used to be one of my favorites. I'm on a mug shortage. When I'm getting frustrated and pissed off, I'm smashing mugs these days. All right. Woo! I'm going to have just a sip of coffee, and then I'm going to start baking, okay? This will be the first. Let's see the light. We need some more, I think. Let's make sure that's there. Okay, I'm going to start. I've got to remember to go in 4K. And let's see where the best lighting is going to be here. I might not like that light on. Yeah, I think that's better. That's just a little. You know what? I don't even like that. These yellow lighting The yellow lighting, I don't like. I'm seeing people coming to live. Welcome everybody. I should have known the kitchen crew is coming in. How you doing, Nikki? So I'm trying something different today, Nikki. You're just coming in. I'm on the live stream, but I'm also trying to film the content. So I'm going to be speaking to this camera a lot and trying to. Oh, I lost one. And I'm doing quite a few items today in preparation here for Mother's Day. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, to try and manage. But we'll multitask, I think. Okay. So I'm doing key lime pie, I'm doing oven baked ribs, finish them off on the barbecue. I'm doing corn on the cob, probably wrapped in bacon with some hot honey, that's what I'm thinking already. And then I'm gonna finish the ribs off on the barbecue afterwards when it is dinner time. So I've got about less than 6 hours. And I want to get two hours of golf practice in, so I got to get moving. And then I'm also gonna do some fake biscuits, like biscuits from a box. I'm not making, I just, enough. I can only do so much in a day, but I'm going to try and film all these dishes at the same time as doing the live stream. So I've got to get rolling here. I'm going to get my little sip of coffee. I brew it, I have a sip, and then I forget about it when I'm filming and baking and stuff. It's in a Vegas mug. I'm making Vegas style key lime pie. Francis, welcome. Welcome everybody to the live stream. You're like, why isn't he cooking and baking yet? I'm on the live stream, but I'm also recording today, so it's going to be, like, I don't know, doubly difficult? Whatever. No excuses. Create like a champion. No excuses. Bake like a champion. No excuses. Cook like a champion. I should be filming all this stuff, but I've got it on the live stream. All right, coffee's good. I'm pumped up. All right, we're going to film. Let's start. So this is what we have to do. We're filming, okay? I'll do the photo first of the limes. While I'm doing this stuff, I can still speak to you guys at the live stream. A lot of different angles, because we don't know which one's going to work best later. Slow motion into close-ups. Okay, now I got to get this on the tripod. From back here, another tripod anyways. I've got a few tripods going today. Got to make sure the notification button is off on the phone at the same time. And then what I'm doing over here is I'm trying to set up for the proper angle on where we're going to be filming. So what I've noticed, especially on YouTube, come around this side, and I'm noticing this more, and I should have noticed before I made 1,800 videos. When I have the food or the dish that's really close to the edge of my counter over here, and I film the video and I edit the video and I post the video, when you're watching the videos on YouTube, or it could be on any of the social platforms, at the bottom where they've got the description or they've got the heading or whatever it might be, it covers up the content that I've created. And I think I see this on others as well. And the good content creators, I'm not that good, make sure that maybe it's because they have a film crew, they've got their dishes back further, they've got the camera lower, and it gives a bird's eye view, and then it comes up in the center of the screen. I've got to still figure that one out. But if I had a camera crew, no excuses, create like a champion, I say. So now I'm just trying to figure out where that proper angle is going to be, especially because I'm a little bit taller. Getting that camera angle perfect is a little bit more difficult as well. So I'll give you my view, see, and then I'll have to set up that one again. So when I'm trying to figure this thing out, see there, the bottom, you can see the lines are at the bottom. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, how do I get that better? So I think what I have to do is lower this tripod down. See how it goes now closer to the center of the frame? I think that could be better. Even a little bit lower, a little bit closer up. So somewhere in there is where I have to be to get in the frame, and then kind of zoom it out a little bit as well. So let's bring this back over here. And then I don't write out any sort of scripts. I don't rehearse anything. I just kind of, I go with whatever comes to mind. Now, I've got to trust that that camera's in the right place. Thanks so much, Nikki. Thank you. We're trying to grow. All right, so now I think I've got it in the right place. This is why it's not just about the cooking. Filming stuff, the live streams are so much easier. I don't need to worry about too many different camera angles and everything else. It's just kind of, we go. And then I've got to check to make sure, did I get myself in the frame? Did I get the food in the frame? All right. What am I going to say for this one? It's a key lime pie. I don't like to do all the fancy screw around crap and blah, blah, we're making the best ever. How do I know it's the best ever if I haven't tried each one of them? I gotta try every one to know which one's the best. So I can't say this is the best key lime pie ever until I try them all. I tried too many in Vegas. We're still coming out of the food coma here. We got a lot of work to go. Okay, I didn't even hit record. See, I didn't hit record. I forgot. I gotta hit record over there. Okay, so I gotta think, what am I gonna say first? Then I'll go around and hit record. This is how we get bloopers too. We get blooper reels because we don't think about these things. Okay, record is on. Testing, testing. Cooking 1, 2, 3, testing. Now I gotta make sure that's in the frame. Let's see, make sure sound was good. And then once I know that angle is good, then we're gonna be set to get going. Testing, testing. Cooking 1, 2, 3, testing. Yep. Good. Now I gotta make sure that's in the frame. So now I could delete that. And now I've got to remember to hit record. Here we go. Welcome everybody, Uncle Drew's Kitchen. Today's a great day. I love lime, I love springtime, and I love pie. So today I'm going to be making what I'm going to say is the best key lime pie in my own kitchen. It can't be the best ever if I haven't tried them all, but in my kitchen today, this is going to be the best kind of But in my kitchen today, this is gonna be the best kind of key lime pie that I can make. So let's get baking. Boom. Take one, done. I'm not going in for an instant replay. That's good enough for me right there. Okay. We got the lime. Okay, now we need our apron. If we're baking, we need our apron. Which one am I gonna go with today? I've got the white one, I've got the black one. Let's go for a little bit of color today. It's springtime, flowers, blooming. We need color. Oh, it's got flour all over it? My gosh. Sign of a baker. They're gonna roast me for having a dirty apron like this. But you know what? We're baking. We're baking today. Look at this. We're baking. Okay. I can never get the knot at the back. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Perfect. Now, I gotta make sure I try and pause and then restart. I learned this doing more type of filming, is that just in case something goes wrong, I don't lose a 20-minute segment of recording here, of content. I only lose whatever happened. So now I can change that angle a little bit. Get that better, and now we're baking. Okay, first things first with our lime pie, our key lime pie. I keep saying lime, lime, lime. There's a difference of lime and key lime. One's a little wee guy, one's a little bit bigger. I got the lime. To me, they're green, they've got lime flavor. That's good enough for me, okay? Thought that was gonna roll right off. Spoon, fork, knife. Okay. Welcome everyone who's watching the live stream too. We're doing two things at once. I'm recording, trying to create, trying to entertain. We got a lot going on. All right. So I gotta remember, I gotta speak to this camera as well. Again, check record. You wonder, why do I check recording? Because this happened to me a lot at the beginning, where I would forget to hit the record button. So now let's bring this up a little bit. Right there. Zoom. I can change the angle just a touch and make sure everything's still good. Right there. And this is how it goes. This is how it goes when we're recording. Recording. Step one, you gotta prepare, okay? So we need lemon. Step one, when we're making our key lime pie, is we've got to have lemon zest. I said it again. Step number one, when we're making our key lime pie, is we've got to have the lime zest. Did I say that correctly? Did I say lemon or lime? Man. Lime. It's lime. They're lime. They're green. They're in front of you. Did I hit record? Yeah, I did. It's all real. I can't make this up. This is what I go through when I'm filming shit. or stuff. See, I don't want to curse here. Okay. Step number one, when we're making our key lime pie, is we need to have lime zest. I've got lots of limes. I need 2 to 3 teaspoons of that lime zest. So I've got to get that done now. Number one, so I don't forget to do it later, is I might forget to put it in the pie and then it screws up the whole pie. So if you get your lime zest done now ahead of time, when you're making your pie filling and whisking and mixing and it's already done. You don't need to worry about it. So let's get step number one done first. Then we're going to juice our limes. We got to do them by hand. We no longer have a juicer. So we got to try and put some strength into this thing and get our limes zested and juiced and ready for that pie filling. Once that's done, then we're going to move on to making our pie crust. And I'm doing that just using crushed graham crumbs. And guess what I did this time? I got the no-name brand and they're already crushed, so I don't need to do it today. Take an easy way out. But if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Okay, so let's zest. So what I did is I've got these 3, well, I would say 2 bigger ones. I can't remember where the third one is now. I think it was this one. I don't know. I already washed them. I should probably rinse. You know what? I'm going to give them another rinse. I'll rinse. I need 2 to 3 teaspoons. So I'm going to say I need 2 big guys, 3 big guys, 4 big guys. That should give me about a teaspoon of zest for each one, but I don't want to come back and zest more later. So I'm going to have to zest a little bit more now, okay? And I can even use a little bit of zest on top of the pie if I want, if I were using whipped cream to finish it off. Not using whipped cream today. I'm using a nice meringue. I don't think lemons... I'm using a nice meringue, and I don't think lime zest is going to go too well on top of a meringue. It would look better on the whipped cream. So anyways, I'm going to zest up 4 of these, but I'll give them a little washer-rooney first. Okay. Is that still recording? I don't even know. Yep, still recording. Oh, I think it's out of the frame. Let's bring it up a little bit, right about there. Right about there. Okay. Perfect. We're zesting. We've got a zest. Yeah, I might, but you know what? Because I'm filming at the same time, I don't know if I said it in a good way. So I've got to make sure I've got the content ready. I'm not doing a live stream, I'm filming content. So sometimes it's 1 take, sometimes it's 8 takes. But this is what happens when it's behind the scenes. You get to see how that content is made. I can assure you, people making content, they're not all doing it on the first take. It takes some work. Anyways, let's start zesting. You've got to zest. Did I hit record? I don't know if I hit record again. Okay. There we go. You've got to zest before you juice your limes. You don't want to get that pith, which is, say, we'll call that the skin. I don't know. How many times have I said the word zest? I'm not sure. So I'm going to eyeball this. 2 to 3 teaspoons. We'll see how many limes we need to be zested. 4. The essence of the pie is the lime flavor. So this is the toughest work for this pie. That's why we get it done first. Welcome to those coming in the live stream today. Hey, bad boy, that's why I keep dropping it. You saw that. I keep dropping it because I'm being careful. Thanks for the concern. Appreciate that. You don't want to zest the knuckles. A little bit more right there. Okay. this one. Just dab it dry. Fugazi. We keep going with our lemon. We keep going with our lime zesting. If my brother were here, I'd put him on lime zesting duty. The grunt work. All right, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to call that about maybe 2+ teaspoons. See? Let's keep going. Like I said, got to zest a little bit extra to make sure, because I'm not coming back to do this again later. And I can use this zest for something else later on if I want to make my green goop sauce. I call it my green goop sauce, cilantro and lime. I have cilantro in the fridge, so I can always add in more zest into that too. I'm going to make sure I have about 4 teaspoons here. Let's see. So, let's see. I'm going to separate them. That's 1. That's 2. Yeah, that's plenty for our pie. So I used 1 lime. I'm going to call it about 1.5. Okay. Let's. You know what? What the hell? We're here. We're here. Two limes zested. That's our recipe today. That's what we're calling it. Okay. 2 limes zested. Okay. The polite word is grunt work. There's another word I could use, but we're not going to use that word here. At least our limes have been zested and done. So that's good. Let's get rid of this. I should have a container for my garbage today. Whew. Where's our bowl? That was the bowl I think I was going to use. We need that. Let's make sure that's still recording. In fact, I'll hit stop and start again. Okay, now we'll start it up again. Okay, number 2, we need a board so we can chop those. So this again, I call it the grunt work. The grunt work here. Limes. Welcome everybody on the live stream. I'm doing double duty here. I'm filming the content over here, and then I'm also doing the live stream over here. So now I need to juice a cup of lime juice here. It's going to take me a little bit of time. The floor is uneven because that's shaking over there. 5, 6. This is a tiny one. 7, 8. How many limes for a cup of lime juice? 8. Again, we don't want to come back, so let's just get them all done now. If I had my juicer, it'd be a little bit easier. Whatever. I'm not buying another one of those hand gadget things. Those things just snap anyways. They're cheap pieces of junk. You know what I mean? Rainy, welcome. Really? 20? I've never ever heard that before. 20 seconds in the microwave? For real? Are they going to explode in there? Are you setting me up to have some fun on the live stream? That would be funny. I'd actually have some fun with that. Okay. I'm calling it. Did I hit record? You guys remember if I hit record? Ridiculous. I'll be breaking into a sweat just by juicing limes. Okay, straight. All right. Uno, deux, trio, cuatro. How many languages so far? 5? Oddly enough, that was number 5. 6, 7, 8. Will that generate 1 cup of lime juice? I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes, it will. Never catch a falling knife. All right, where are we now? Make sure that's set. See, I've got to remember that I'm filming over there. Let's see if we can get a little different angle for the juicing. We'll come up high, and then I'm gonna put it over here. How about that? And then we'll zoom. You guys will be able to see how this thing gets edited later on as well. You'll say, hey, I was on that live stream. I remember when he was baking that lime pie. All right, there we go. Now I think we're good. 1 cup. I need 1 cup. It really is. It's easier. Okay, I'm gonna try. We're gonna try it right now. 20 seconds. 20 seconds in the microwave. Soften this lime up. Oh, we're gonna watch it too, right there. Well, I'll hit 30, the quick 30, but see, I've got another light up there, just in case we need it. Oh, I'm taking your word for it right here, Rainey. Let's see, we've got 10 seconds left on this one. Let's see. 6, 5, 2. This one doesn't have a lot of power, this microwave. There, that's 21 seconds, my favorite number. Oh, jeez, you gotta be kidding me. It's a little warm right now, but hey, we're gonna do a live test right here. Did I hit record? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, let's try the non-nuked one first. Okay, so we gotta juice these limes here. Okay, so this one is juicing. We got to get it all out too. We're using all of our lime juice. If any juice makers want to get me a juicer, you know, they could send one in. Those KitchenAid people, I think. Okay, so this is the microwaved lime. Okay, so I did put it in a little bit too long. It's steaming. It's a little brown there. Let's see. Holy Hannah. Rainey, you just saved me some work here, I think. You gotta be kidding. I should do a video on this right now. How to juice your... I think this hand is stronger, so let's go the righty. My goodness gracious. Ha! Microwave lime. Never would have thought. Never would have thought. Again, I need 1 cup of fresh lime juice. And we're going to see how many limes I need to do. I should actually pop these. Okay. When there's a better idea, don't hesitate. Just freaking go right away. Okay, there we go. Let's just do that right now. We just audibled. We called it audible on the fly, on the limes right there. Amazing. We're getting those nuked up. Why put ourselves under any more stress than we need to? Rainey, I'll quote you on this one right here. But we won't go too much time. 3, 2, 1. 20. My goodness. Okay, let's just juice away now. Remember, I need a cup. Recipes out there, you'll see half a cup. I'm talking to this one. So in a lot of these lime pie recipes, key lime pie recipes, they'll have a half a cup of fresh lime juice. Some will have 3/4. Some will be 1. Myself, I want that lime flavor coming through. So I'm going to use pretty much 1 full cup here, okay, of our lime juice once I get it squeezed. There's a dog outside somewhere that apparently wants to be in the video. I think I just got lime in my eye. Yeah, I did. No excuses, keep going. Now I'm going to come back and give these a final squeeze afterwards. I'm getting every ounce of juice extracted. Just stay up there. I'm going to switch back to the right. I think my grip pressure in my right hand is better here. So we're about half a cup of lime juice so far, from what I can see. And that is 2, 4, 6. That's 3 limes. We're 3 limes. That dog really trying to test my nerves here today. And I love dogs, but he just wants to go in. He's probably hungry. Okay, I'm gonna have to close the window. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the window open. The dog can bring some character to the video, I think. All right, we keep on going here. Let him in, feed him, it's breakfast time. I'm supposed to use my right, get there, squeezing pressure. This is what filming is all about. I don't care about the perfect sound. Oh no, there's a dog in the background, so what? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit stop on this one because we've got enough juicing content for now. I learned this before I had this new phone with all the storage capacity that I would run out of memory on the phone while I was filming, which wasn't good. I'll just have to remember to start it up later. So now I'm not recording there. I can actually look over here on the live stream. So we're doing lime. Should cook up a steak and throw it over the fence to the dog. Feed him. Welcome everyone who's watching the live stream today. So I'm doing double duty here. We've got the live stream, but I'm also filming. I'm recording content at the same time. I hit pause on that one now because I've got enough lime juicing content. I'm making a key lime pie. I'm doing oven baked ribs. You're going to want to see that recipe too for my boom spice recipe. Basically a good version of my boom spice. I started the boom spice when I started the YouTube channel a couple of years ago. Whew. Oh, that one's not as easy. Are we close to a cup yet? Freaking tired. The only thing that's keeping me going right now is I know it's for Mother's Day. My mom would do it, so this is for her. I gotta keep going. She wouldn't give up and say, oh, it's too much work. She would just do it. She wouldn't even complain. Tired. I need a break. Gotta dig down. I'm putting these back in the microwave. 20 seconds for these. Multitask. Sip of coffee. This is the toughest part of the entire key lime pie. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, been a while, but now that I'm catching up on all that Vegas content, I can start creating again right over here. Look at that, Rainy with the call of the day. Putting the limes in the microwave for 20 seconds. Never would I ever have thought about that. Never seen a video about it. The sound of fresh lime juice being squeezed. You know what we'll do? I just thought, Rainy, you just gave me a great idea. You just gave me a great idea here, Rainy. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Okay. Let's do one of these right over here. How much are we at now? Well, we still have... You want to make your lime life easier? Watch this. This is a regular lime straight out of the fridge. Look how hard it is to juice. Like this is taking all my strength possible. Look at it. It's tough. It's a lot of work. This one was in the microwave for 21 seconds. Try popping your limes in the microwave for 21 seconds and watch how much easier it is to juice them. Boom. Randy, that was for you. We're going to do a short video on that one. I'll hit pause again. Oh, wait a second. You want a kitchen hack for limes? No, I don't like that. A lime hack. A lime hack? A kitchen hack? What should I call this one? That's amazing, Rainey. I love it. I love it. Nice. The steak and broccoli. Love it. Love it. Oh, that's amazing. Watch that one. Yeah. Pistachio crusted broccoli. What should I call this one? I'm trying to do the intro for the short that I'm going to do. A life hack, a kitchen hack, making it easier, not breaking your balls, doing lime juicing. I need the intro. If anyone has any ideas here, squeeze the limes with tongs. With tongs? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna break the tongs right there, just like I had the thing and I was just juicing it and then it cracked. The juicing life. Juicing. I don't know. Here's an easy way to juice limes. Might be about it. The handle. Hey, Heather. Limes 2? Should I call it limes 2? Did I do the boom? I think I did the boom. This is tough to remember. This is why I have so many different takes. I need a cup. Oh my gosh. I gotta do more. We gotta keep going here. This one, see, I did not microwave this one. A lot tougher here. Awesome, Rainey. Thanks for the idea. That's an easy lime squeeze with the tongs. Still need more here. I should have popped these in the microwave too. I can hear it. I think I just got close to the cup. Let's see. We're not there yet. We need more. That's awesome, Heather. I'm glad YouTube is starting to show my stuff a little bit more here. There was a point in last year in 2024 where I just got fed up. They virtually stopped showing it, like months. Now all of a sudden they're picking it up again. And if you go search on my the channel, there's a YouTube short. It's called, I think it's avocados, rotten or ripe avocado. I did that video almost 2 years ago, and out of nowhere, YouTube about 5 weeks ago started showing that one, and it's like 40,000 views, which for me is huge. But out of nowhere, I did a video 2 years ago. It was stuck at maybe 2,000 views, and all of a sudden 40,000 views out of nowhere. And I'm an analytical guy just by nature with all the business I've done in my work. And I'm looking at all their analytics. I'm going, how does a guy get more views? Because just based on their analytics, that thing should be doing really well. Okay, look at that. I'm not patting myself on the back here, but we're just about 1 cup here. I think this will put it just over, which is fine. Again, go back to the beginning. Wait, I should be recording this. See, I forgot to hit record. This happens to me. Even when I'm not on the live stream sometimes. Okay. Where was I? Got to remember, I got to speak there too. Finally coming to the end here of the lime juicing adventure with that juicing hack by our good new friend Rainey. Pop those limes in the microwave for 21 seconds and it made it easier to juice them, but I think I'm pretty much at the cup. We're gonna see how many limes it took to get to the cup. It's right there, it's at a cup. So now let's count out. I'm gonna do the final juice here to see how many limes. We're gonna get anything extra that we can. We'll count them up. It's like 79 cents a lime. We gotta get all the juice we can. Getting it all. If I had a juicer, I bet you we would have used 2 or 3 fewer limes. Really got to call up KitchenAid and say, hey, help out this hack. Key lime pies of kryptonite? Nice. Oh man, that was... Okay, that's working. Let me show you a forking life hack. Have I got a forking life hack? Have I got a forking life hack? Get it out, man. Get it out. A forking life hack. Have I need the fork though for this. Have I got a forking life hack for you? See? That's what we're doing behind the scenes. A forking, no. Did I say forking life hack or forking lime hack? Have I got a forking lime hack for you? Watch this forking lime hack. I got a forking lime hack. Have I got a forking lime hack for you? Did I hit record? Yeah, I did. That's a forking lime hack. I think I got it. A forking lime hack. A forking. That's better than a, no, see, I almost said it. Okay, how many we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, that's 9. 10. We got to get this moving here. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. So 10 limes. It took us 10 limes to get all of our juice, pure, fresh, 1 cup of lime juice. So exactly what I wanted, 10. Now, if I had a juicer, shit, did I hit record again? Come on, Andrew, come on. The freaking record button, man. Just remember that I did it. They should have a light on there saying you hit it. Where was I? Okay, there we go. So 10 whole limes. We were liming around today. 10 whole limes gave us our 1 cup of fresh lime juice that we need for our key lime pie. I'm tired. I want to give up. But no excuses. Cook and bake like a champion. We got to keep going. So 10 limes. If I had a lime juicer or just a juice machine, we probably could have got away with 8. But no excuses. We're here. 10 limes. Away we go. Let's go. Okay, we've got to do a little cleanup on aisle 1 here. I can hit pause now. Again, we'll do a little quick. I gotta be careful when I'm walking around here, slipping and sliding. $7.90 for the limes. Yeah, so I think I got, so it's 79 cents. So I had individual ones. And then I had this bag, the no-name bag. So I got, this whole bag was $6, and then the individual ones were 79 cents each. So if I take back the 3 individual ones, $6 for the limes, minus 2, and I think I had, I want to say there were 12. There were 12, no, how many? Well, we know how many we had, right? What did I use? 10 plus 3, 13, yeah, 15. So there were 12 in the bag. I had the 3, so we used 10. So it's $6. We'll call it $6 for our limes right now. Okay, we're done with that. We'll put this over here for now, just to give the cleanup. Let's rinse a rooney now. Let's do this cleanup. Do 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 do. Okay, I need a fresh towel only. Use this one. Whew. Eggs. No, no eggs. I'm going to use 4. So I get, they're cheaper here where I'm at too. I get the pack of 30 eggs. It costs $9.65. So let's call it about 30 cents an egg. Okay. So 30 cents an egg. Let's call it $1.20. Our limes, since we use that, let's call it $6. So I'm at, let's call it $7.20 for the eggs and the lime. The graham crackers, I mean, it's so cheap. This bag was $7, and in no name I use them, and they're really good. A teaspoon or 2 of sugar that I'll add in here as well. So the crust with a little bit of butter, I'm using 6, 7, 8 tablespoons. So call it a half a cup. Call that $1. Call it $1 on the butter. I'll round it up. I'll say $1.50 for the butter. I'll even say max $1 for the crumbs. So we're at $2.50. The sugar, it won't even count that. It's pointless to count that. It's so cheap. So we'll say $2.50 for the crust. The eggs, $1.20. We're at $3.70. The limes are $6. Call it under 10. We're still under 10. Our condensed milk was $2.50 a can. So that's $5 on that. 15. Let's call this like a $16 pie. All right, thanks so much, I appreciate you. So let's call it 16, 17 bucks tops. That's it, not too expensive. Versus the $24 a slice in Vegas plus tax and tips. Okay, I'm gonna try and clean a little bit here as I go since I've got a lot going on in the kitchen today. More clean. We're good. We're gonna have to make sure, I've got to remember that I'm recording over here. Welcome everybody who's on the live stream. Thanks for popping in. Double duty since I'm recording at the same time. Okay, good to take a little coffee sip, only because I brewed it. Normally I would go hours. Those who were on the bake-a-thon that we did in December, so that was December of 24, so what's that, 6 months ago now? I went 12 hours straight, no breaks. I'm not patting myself on the back, but we were on the live stream 12 hours. I think I did 18 dishes that day. Coffee's already cold. Okay, on to the crust. So that was the hardest part of this pie. Let me hit record. I've got to hit, if I bring that again. Let's go here, we'll go here, right there, and record. Okay everybody, that was the hardest part of our pie for our key lime pie, was the juicing and the zesting of the lemons. But that's out of the way, let's move on to the crust. Butter. Crushed graham, say graham crumbs, they're already crushed. Sugar. Okay, butter, I need a bowl. So we need about 6, 7, 8 tablespoons of melted butter. I'm using unsalted butter. Let's, you know what we'll do? We'll ditch the foil here. If you ever want to have some fun in your kitchen, just put microwave foil. It's not a good, I don't recommend. Now, if I kept that foil, I could have measured. Let's just clean this up right there so we can eyeball it here. So let's say it's 6 to 8 melted. So let's say that's there. That's about there. Let's say that's 2, 4, 5. There, that's gonna be plenty of butter. Let's nuke it. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. Okay. Now, with the butter, I've got it in there 30 seconds right now. We don't want to burn it. You want to melt it on the stove, melt it on the stove, that's fine. For our crust. So I'm using the no-name brand. You know what? That's okay. The no-name brand is just fine. Beep, beep, beep. That's our butter. I already forgot. Okay, 1.5 cups for the crust. How much do I have? I'm so glad I bought the second bag. Pat myself on the back again. Now, I should have been buying his oregano because I'm low on oregano. But anyways, we'll figure it out later for the ribs. Like he says, he putting oregano in his key lime pie? No. So, there's one. I mean, use a little bit less if you want a thinner crust. Let's check on our butter. Not done yet, okay? Just found a little bag for garbage right here. Oh, I almost made the save in the catch of the day. Did not. I don't want that butter boiling. You gotta watch it. I think I have too much butter. Oh well. Not the first time we put too much butter in the microwave. Let's see if we can get this in. A little zoomaroony here. Go right there. So I'm adjusting the camera here as I go, as I'm recording. Okay? Right there. Right there. And now we'll check our butter. Good. So I say we need 6 to 8 spoons, 6 to 8 tablespoons here. Okay, so see that? Beautiful, that's our melted butter. Still got some chunks in there, but that's okay. A few more seconds, they're gonna melt up. Now, sugar in the crust is optional. I've got that angle down too low. I'll bring it up. Right there. Get another spoon. Did I hit record? I better have. Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so sugar's going everywhere. Got a whole lot of sweetness going on in this kitchen. So sugar in here is optional, but it's going to help this crust stay together, be a little bit crunchier. Some don't like it crunchy, but this is my pie today. I'm going to have to enjoy it and like it. So let's go 1 tablespoon plus, I should have gone this way, 1/2, and then some. I'm okay on the sugar. I could have gone 3. We did less than 3, we did about 1.5, okay? So we'll just mix that together. Nice, nice, nice. Now, when I'm making a cheesecake crust, I want it a little bit sandy and grainy. Here I want it to be a little bit stickier, okay? I want this thing a little bit stickier than a cheesecake crust. I don't want it too crumbly. There we go. So we've got grain crumbs, we've got sugar, and now our butter. So I'm going to start out with 6 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already knew I'm going to need more. I can see it. I can see it. It's going to be closer to the 8 that we need. But we can always add in. We can't take it out. So that's why it's important to go a little bit at a time. So that was 6, 7, 8. I already know I need a 9th at least. 9. Certainly melted a lot, didn't I? There we go, it's coming together. I'm going to go lucky number 10. My good friend's birthday today. Happy birthday, Rich, if you're watching on the live stream. Richie, if you're watching, happy birthday, buddy. So, we look at this. So check this out. So if you were to take some and pinch it, see how it's still crumbly? It's still crumbly, so there's not enough butter. Was that number 9 or 10? Was anyone counting? And I'll go a half more. Okay. That, I believe, is going to bring it up to a little stickier. It's very similar to the cheesecake crust that I did. Not too much different. I typically don't add sugar into the crust for the cheesecake. We're going to have the sweetness here in the crust. We're going to have the sweetness in the meringue. I'm going to do an Italian meringue for it afterwards. And then that tartness from the lime. The whole power-packed flavor in the key lime pie. Okay, so that's nice. Just like that. Okay. Pie plate. Let's adjust. Welcome everyone who's in the live stream. If you're wondering what's going on here, I'm doing double duty here. I'm creating the content at the same time as I'm on the live stream. We're doing double duty here, okay? There we go. Oh, I almost forgot to hit record again. Let's make sure that's in the frame. It is. So that's good. We'll go up a little bit more right there. Perfect. Okay, so this is just a standard pie dish. They say 9 inches, size matters. I don't know, everyone's is different. And let's just pop this in. No fancy way to do it. We're not being delicate, just in it goes. Let's keep this over here. Okay, now spread this around. We're gonna get it firm at the bottom, firm on the sides. So it's gonna be even. We want it even. And we're gonna get it up those sides too. And then take the back of your spoon, just start pressing into the sides and the corner. Now, when we put in our filling, it's gonna bubble up. So I wanna make sure that crust comes to at least the top of the dish here. So let's get that done. Make sure we're gonna be good there, number 1. Okay. Get that nice. It's coming up the sides, nice, looking nice and thick there too. I like it. Okay, I'll bring you over. You can see a little bit better view if we come up higher, exactly what's going on. There. So once I know the sides are set to the desired height, I'm gonna make sure we get it all in there. Okay, those I know are set. I'm gonna start pressing down around the corners here. Just make sure I'm set everywhere. It's firm on the sides. Look, there are many ways to do this. The right way, the wrong way, and the way that I do it. Oh, it's the way that I do it. Got that line from Robert De Niro in Casino. So once that's set, and I know we're all good there, I want to make it uniform. Do that. If we were paying 24 bucks for a slice, like in Vegas, better be good. Okay, once that's there, then I'm just going to smooth out around the edges, the corners. See how it's popping up the sides a little bit more? That's fine. Smooth. Pack it down firmly on the bottom. So now I'm set there. Now, if you want to leave it as a rustic look, you can certainly do that. I'm going to pinch a little bit here towards the top. Okay, just like that. We're pinched, looking good. Now, once I know that I'm pinched up here at the sides, that's good. I'm going to just press a little bit. A little firmness here on the top, okay? Almost like just a little pinch. A pinch, not a punch. The top. Keep it all together. Remember, I want that crust in the dish. I don't want to lose any of this nice crust. I mean, heck, we just spent all that time mixing everything together. All right, we're there. get in whatever we can, whatever came out. Now, once that's in there, you grab bottom of your little measuring cup. This will give us a nice even crust at the bottom. And go around the edges, smooth. Okay, this is going to be smooth everywhere. And it's going to help for when we cut the pie later on. If everything is nice firmly packed here and smooth, get a nice even crust. Do the swirl. I start from the center, work my way out, bigger circles. It's pressing everything I need to, and then I'll finish off in the corners, just like that. And we're smooth. So look at that. Oh, I just cracked it. I was celebrating early. We don't want to celebrate early in this kitchen, okay? Let's leave that there in case we need to use that again. And now just make sure the sides are nice, packed, firm. Looking good, looking good, looking good, okay. We need a little bit more on the side, we'll do that. Look at that. That is our pie crust shell. It's ready to go in the oven. Now, if you want to get the store-bought, you can do the store-bought as well. But when you make it at home for a fraction of the cost, it takes a little bit more time. But now you put your homemade loving into it. Was that a good line? I'm not sure if that was a good line. Anyways, check that out, everybody. That's our homemade pie shell, okay? Got to adjust the camera. Lower that. Oh, we're not going to waste. We're not going to waste all that good ram. Have to do a little bit more work. Smoothing it out again. That's okay. Just be gentle because we've already got the edges done, so I don't want to adjust the height at all. That's perfect where I wanted it, okay? I'm just smoothing, I'm not really adding much pressure into the bottom here, okay? Okay, so our pie shell is ready to go in the oven anyways. I've already preheated the oven at 350 degrees. I'm gonna put this in there, it's gonna be between 8 to 12 minutes at 350. There's a lot of different ways to do it out there. Some are doing it at 325, some are doing it at 375. Hey, listen, you know why I do 350? It's the automatic bake cycle. I hit bake, boom, 350 pops up, it's good enough for me. Put this over here. Pop it in the oven. Betty Crocker will do her thing. Now, because I didn't heat that tray up first, I'm gonna put it in for 12. I use the timer so that way I don't forget these things, okay? Now, another quick little clean-a-rooney, little wipe down. Okay. Let's keep going. Hit pause there. Adjust the camera angle. Welcome everyone who's on the live stream. You're wondering what's going on. I am filming the content here today, and I decided let's try and do a live stream at the same time. So we're on double duty here. But I've got 12 minutes to get the pie filling ready. That's plenty of time, even enough time for me to have a sip of coffee. So I've got all this butter left over. It's okay. Did I hit record? I did, but I don't like that camera angle now. Let's straighten it up a little bit. Right about there. Pull it back a little bit. Yeah, right there is good. Okay. Did I hit record this time? Jeez. Yeah, I did. Let's change that angle just a touch. Touch more right there. Okay. So for the pie filling, we've got our bowl. We've got our lime juice, which we juiced up earlier on. We've got our zest. I've got 2 cans of condensed milk, sweetened. And I've had the eggs at room temperature now. I'm using 4. I took out 5 in case one cracks, I get shells, something doesn't go right. Okay. Now, we just need the yolks. We need the yolk. Welcome everybody who's on the live stream. just the yolk. Let me make sure that's in the frame before we get cracking. Right about there again. Okay. Just trying to adjust the camera angles here. Okay. So, eggs. They actually look kind of tiny here. Interesting. I'm doing the yolk in there. That's what we're going to do. Let's put this over here. I'm going to use the whites later. Yeah. Be extra careful here. We're going to do this, okay? Just the yolks. Uno. The silence and the hush comes over the crowd. Egg number 2. See, I'm glad I set the timer for that pie shell because I already forgot. I didn't even look at my watch to see what time I put it in at. So we keep going here. We need 4 egg yolks, not the whites. 2. Careful, we don't want shells. No shells in my pies. I just saved that yolk right there. I just saved it from not getting any yolk in there either. Ooh, just saved that one too. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, I don't want any yolk in there. Don't drop in there. I think I saved it. Almost a perfect save. Wow. Make sure that's in a good camera frame. Yes. Move this up. Okay. Move this over. And higher. And over. There we go. 8 minutes left. Okay, so now we're just gonna lightly beat the egg yolks. 4 egg yolks. Welcome everybody on the live stream. I'm creating content over here, trying to do live stream at the same time. So we've got those done now. Nice. 4 egg yolks beaten up. I'll move the eggs away. We don't need those. Now, our condensed milk. We've got 2 cans. Oh, it's gooey. Oh, yuck, it's gooey. Where is our spoon? Tell you what, we're going to use a different spoon. I'm going to give it a little rinse-a-rooney here. Get our 2 cans ready. Condensed milk. Do. 2. Look at that. Ew, yuck. We're getting it all. We paid for it. We're getting it all. Okay. We want this pie to be full, thick, rich. One can. I can already smell the pie crust roasting in the oven. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Give it a scrape-a-rooney here. Okay, let me make sure that's recording. I always do the check just in case. Okay, good. We've got 6 minutes left over there. So now we've got our eggs and our condensed milk. Okay, nice little mix-a-rooney here, everybody. You don't need any power tools here, no mix masters. Nice, look at this. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Eggs and condensed milk incorporated. Got a nice consistency to it, yes. All right, so now, from our earlier work here, we've got lime zest, okay? 3 good-sized teaspoons here. 1, 2, 3. Another mix. Now, the lime zest is actually optional. You don't need to put it in. You've got the juice, but I'm okay with it. I like it. I like getting that extra flavor. I'm okay with the texture. Okay, so now, from our work, 1 cup. I'm not putting it all in at the same time, okay? I'm gonna leave a little drop. I wanna see the consistency as we go. We added about 1/2 cup, so that's 3/4 cup. We don't want to overmix. There's no need to add that. See, that's already coming together. That's nice. I actually want to switch from this to this. Incorporate. Scrape that bottom as well. Nice, okay? Now that I've done that, I believe it can handle the remainder minus a little bit. So I'm leaving a few teaspoons, okay? So we're gonna say that is 7/8 of a cup. So anywhere from 1/2 to 1 cup of lime juice, okay? You wanna split the difference and do 3/4 of a cup? That's just fine. Okay. Nice, look at this. Look at this, nice and creamy. That's ready. That's ready for the pie shell right there. No need to overwork it. 3 minutes left on that pie shell. Adjust the camera angle over here, everyone. Welcome to those on the live stream. I'm filming at the same time here. We're doing a 2-for-1 type of thing. Whew. Now I get a little break. Time to do a little rinse-a-rooney, wash-a-rooney of the hands. Okay, so that's good. We're gonna move what we don't need now. So we're done with the lime zest. We're done with the lime juice, butter, sugar. I've got to remember those are the egg whites. In fact, I'm gonna put those egg whites in the fridge right now. And I'm gonna use them later on for the meringue, but I'm gonna need more. I'm gonna need more because I wanna make this a thick meringue, like I saw in Vegas, where it's about that big. So you think, hey, why am I paying for a piece of pie? It's $24. They make it seem like it's massive. It's just the meringue, the egg whites. But I'm going to try boxed egg whites, which will not work as well. I know that going in, but I'm gonna push the envelope. Okay. I'm done with that egg for now, so I can put that back in the fridge. We're good. Pie shell, 1 minute. We'll clean up a little bit where we can here. Okay. Say clean up, but yet I've got all the junk behind me that you can't see. We want to try and keep this relatively clean for later. Less work to do later on. Do a little rinse-a-rooney here. So I'm pretty much on track for timeline of what I wanted. I needed to have that pie done by 12, but the ribs are supposed to be ready by now, and they're not. So I do have to get moving a little bit. But that's how it goes when we're creating the content. Sometimes it just doesn't go as fast as we want. Welcome to anyone who's watching a live stream. Welcome. We're baking, we're cooking a lot today. So let's check that out. I'm gonna give it another 3 minutes. I just hit 20, I don't want that. Okay, that's ready. It's good to have a sip of cafe right here. Whew. I got 3 minutes, it's a 3-minute break. I can take the ribs out of the fridge. Check these out. I forgot I'm doing chicken as well. I just remember that because I saw the chicken in here. Check this out. Look at the size of these racks. You know the saying, you got a big rack, you lay it down flat. Anyways, 4 racks of ribs. Oh, those are big. And just under 18 bucks for 2 racks. Good deal. So I got 4 racks for 36 bucks. Good deal. Good deal. How's our shell doing? Shell's looking good. I like it. We've got under 3 minutes. Take that out. I've got to remember to hit record. We've got to get this in right away. I don't want this to set over here. That's it. That's what we got going on. We've almost got our pie ready to get in the oven. Oh my goodness. And then we'll get to our spice. So once I get the pie in the oven, I'm going to do the spice mix. I've got to remember to hit record over there. We're going to do the spice mix. We're going to make that live. Call it the boom spice. Boom spice for the ribs. I'm going to add a little bit of hickory smoke flavor to the ribs. A little bit of barbecue sauce. A lot of spice. Make the tent. Boom. In the oven I go. Once that's in the oven, the pie is obviously out of the oven cooling. I'll prepare the corn. There's not much to do there. I won't even record that. And then the fake biscuits. I might get that ready now. I might wait until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to do the golf thing, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, 1 minute left, 90 seconds. Whew, another little sip of cafe here. And that pie, that was a while. I don't even know how long that took. Hour and 22 minutes minus 10. Hour and 12, wow. But that's how filming goes. So instead of making a 20-minute pie, it becomes an hour and a half level of excitement in the kitchen. Let's get this ready. I've got to remember to hit record over there. We got that. We got that. Let's get this set for coming out of the oven. I think we're good right there. Okay. And let's get in a little bit tighter on the zoom. There we go. And now I can hit record. 5 seconds left for that crust. Beep, beep, beep. Good. Let's take this out. Nice. Look at that. Looking nice. I lost it a little bit. That means I didn't pack it firm enough. This is not good. This is not good. We have an uh-oh. We have an uh-oh on our crust. This is not good. I didn't pack that firmly enough. Damn it. Oh well, you know what? We're in it now. I'm not making another one. Okay. I could have used some of the stones. Now, I'm supposed to let that cool for about 3 minutes. I don't have 3 minutes. I don't have 3 minutes to let that cool. If I put that in now, what's going to happen here? I already see it. I can already see it. I've lost a half an inch. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. If I put all that in there, it's just going to bubble over. I should have used a cheesecake tray. That's what I should have done. Terrible. That's what happens now. We're live cooking. I'm going for it. I'm not gonna add it all in yet. I want to see if we're gonna get right up to the edges right now. When it goes in the oven, it's gonna bubble up and over. I could make a little tart out of the remainder. Yeah, that's too bad. That's hot. I remember that's hot. I'm going for it. I'm going for it, guys. We're going for it right here. We'll get it all. We spent all that time juicing and zesting. I mean, it's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. This isn't terrible. Just got to remember that's hot. So I'm going to do a little swirl here. Just a little bit. Allow it to self-level. What I will do is test it. Okay, now, just carefully here. As I said carefully, look what I did to my crust. We're not editing this out. This is how it goes. So just a little shake, just to get it to self-level here, okay? Okay, little jiggle, and now in the oven. We're going to keep it in the oven until it sets, just before that moment, I should say, just before it sets. So check that out. There's our key lime pie. Key lime pie. It's going in the oven. Fresh crust. We had a little bit of an anyways, we're not doing it again. It's going in the oven. I've got it at 350 degrees. I'm going to set a timer 20 minutes. Okay, that fiasco is done. 20 minutes in the oven, 350 degrees. Welcome to everybody on the live stream. We're baking, we're cooking today. Okay, so that was a fresh key lime pie is in the oven. Whew. I can hit pause now on this camera. There's no rest though. Well, I'll have a sip of coffee. How about that? I need a bowl. I need all my spices next. Let's use, jars. I said a bowl. I have a jar somewhere. I've got to make the boom spice. Oh. Let's use that one. I think that's going to be that's a good jar to use. Yeah. Okay. So, pie is in the oven, 20 minutes. I've got to make the spice and get the ribs ready. I also have to set this camera up to record and get into, we're no longer baking mode. I'm going to take the apron off. Oof. Now we're going to do the boom spice right here. Let's get our camera set, proper angles. Well, whatever we think the proper angles are anyways. As long as we're on that board, it's in the frame, and should be okay. It's empty. We gotta make the boom spice. You know, the boom. Boom! Let's make our boom spice. That jar. Got a lot of ribs, need a lot of spice. Okay, you know what, we're gonna use what we have in the bags. Whatever we can, so that's smoked paprika, or is that regular paprika? I hope it's smoked. Is it smoked? It's a different color than normal paprika. Yeah, that's a smoked, okay, I'm not seeing things. Smoked paprika, I've got mustard powder, celery salt, thyme. Did that just stop recording? No, it's still recording. I thought I heard a beep. We need garlic. We need onion. Actually, I need all of this. What am I doing? We're making the boom spice. I have thyme. That's cayenne. I have mustard powder. I have smoked paprika. I need salt. I need sugar. Okay, we gotta fit all of these into this. Okay. Did I take the chili powder out? That's cayenne. That's chili powder. I thought I had a jar. Maybe I did. Oh, I did take out the chili. Now I'm confused. Is that the chili? I think I got it. Okay, so this is the boom spice recipe right here. We're making boom spice live. I always start out with the garlic and the onion powder. I don't want the small one of garlic. I'll put that over there. I've got the big one. If we're making a big spice mix, try not to use the little ones if I can use what's in the jar. So I need 2 heaping teaspoons. 1, 2, you know what I'm gonna do? That's 4. That's 4 on the garlic powder, okay? Where's our onion powder? I don't have much, that's not good. I need at least 2. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, we made it. We made it. Onion powder. Let's add a little bit of color here. That's chili powder. Got the big chili powder. Now, depending on how hot you want your spice, is how much you're gonna add in. So I've got chili powder, I've got cayenne pepper, and I've got black pepper. All 3 of those. Okay. Chili. 1 of those. Oregano! I don't have much, so put that in. Where's our thyme? Always make the time for your thyme, okay? One, 2. So I added in 2 instead of 1 because I don't have that much oregano left. I need more oregano. What's next for our color here? Celery salt. This is like so I don't need the jar of celery salt. I have that. Okay, so celery salt, and I'm gonna make sure I have enough spice for all those ribs. 2 of these, good. And if I don't think I have enough spice, I'm gonna make even more. I'm gonna add in, I might go through a second go round with this. Mustard powder, 2 heaping ones, 1, 2. What do we have left here? Pepper. 1, 2. Pepper. Salt. We say just a pinch, not a punch. Teaspoon. 1, 2. Cayenne. What did I just put in? I put in chili. So normally for the cayenne, I'm going to put in 2, get an extra kick. I don't even have that much. Bad. A little bit of sweetness. One, 2. And actually I can use that. Smoked paprika. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom spice taking shape. That's our boom spice right there. Look at that. All the colors. We're not done. I'm going to add in some more. Top it off with some more garlic powder. I'll go a little bit more on the onion powder. I'm going to go one more of mustard. We'll give it a little bit more chili. And a little bit more on the celery salt. No, I need these. I don't need that. That's still recording? Yep. Okay, it's good. Actually, I'm just going to check on the pie. It's been 8 minutes. The pie, thankfully, is still looking good. Okay, so I'm still recording there, but everybody who's in the live stream, welcome. So I've got the fresh key lime pie in the oven. This is my boom spice because Mother's Day we're making a hell of a lot of ribs. I've got 4 racks like that. There's 4 massive racks of ribs, and this is a boom spice. So check it out. There it is. That's the secret boom spice recipe. You guys just saw that live. We're going to sell this one day. The boom spice. You know, the boom. Boom! Boom spice. You know, like BAM. The BAM. Emerald. BAM. This is the boom. That's the BAM. This is the boom. This is the boom. That's the BAM. I don't know anymore. Anyways, let's film. Let's record another one. Boom spice, you know, the boom. Boom! See that right there? Now we mix. Now we just need to mix. Let's mix right here. Let's mix. Mix it all. Could also put it in a little bit of the blender if we wanted to. We'll mix it just like this. Okay? It's our boom spice. Get all the flavors incorporated. There we go. Easier. I can stop recording, which is great. Okay. We're almost on track. The pie was supposed to be done by 12 o'clock. It's just 12 o'clock right now, but I've got the boom spice ready, so this is good. Keep on stirring. I want everything mixed in properly, all these flavors. So I'm going to have sweet and spicy, a little bit of hickory smoke in there as well. These aren't like Memphis ribs, but man, my buddy in Memphis, their restaurants, can they ever barbecue out there. So this is like a little specialty for them. He's going to send me some of his spice too. Okay, there we go. All right, that's ready. Now, because we just made that, it's the boom spice. Let's make sure that's square on right now. There we go. Because I've got so much now, I can restock my jar. I just messed some up. There we go. Boom spice, done. Boom! See, I record different things because I'm not sure which one I'm going to use when I go to edit that video. But anyways, boom spice done. Then I've got the extra here I'm going to use for the ribs. If I need more, I can now dip into that jar. I want to get whatever I can here. We're not missing out. Okay, so that's good. Now, if I were just cooking here, not recording things, I would take out the pan right now. In fact, I think we can do that just to get prepped up. And I gotta see which one we're gonna use. I need a big one, because those are a lot of ribs. I'm gonna see if that'll even hold it. No, see, that's not. Look, I need the biggest pan possible, because look at that. That won't even hold the ribs. So I'm not using that one. I wanted to use that one because it fits in the dishwasher. I'm gonna have to wash the other one by hand. Okay, here we go. Let's get this one out. Just gonna give that a inside a rinse-a-rooney. Okay, that's good. We need a jug. Oh, it's all the way at the back. Oh my gosh. I need to fill it with water. We're set there. So I've got 6 minutes. Now it's a matter of, do I want to start the ribs before the pie's done? That right over there. That's over there. And then right there. The boom in the background. You got a big rack, you lay it down flat. Today we're making barbecue ribs in the oven and finishing them off on the barbecue. We're gonna have them spiced up, seasoned up, loads of flavor, smoky, hickory, salt, spicy, sweet. Best ribs that I can make in my kitchen today without a smoker. So let's get to work. That was the intro. I've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let's cut that and leave them drain in the sink before I'll get the pie out afterwards, okay? But we're gonna leave these drain right here first. One. They're vacuum sealed. Love it. It's good. Drain them. I'm just draining the ribs right now, everybody. Get them all set. I'm going to pop them dry afterwards. Okay, looks good. Now, unfortunately, I gotta do a wash-a-rooney on the hands. Okay, so that's good. So yeah, I've got 4 minutes left on that pie. I'll just actually do a little shape test. Pie's done. Pie's done. I gotta get that out now. Where's me rack? We gotta hustle. We got to hustle. Right there. How about that? That camera angle looks better. Set that down there. There we go. Okay. Make it look like we're still baking. even though we have all the spices behind us. Where's our... Did I hit record? I think I did. There we go. Okay. Pie is done. Oh, yes, sir. I panicked before for no reason. There was no need to panic. There's absolutely no need to panic. It made it just fine. Check this out. Key lime pie, fresh out of the oven. It's got to cool. We need about 3-4 hours for that. There it is, everybody. Fresh key lime pie out of the oven. Anyway, let's get this carefully onto that rack. We don't want to celebrate early, okay? Oh, that was close. Almost lost the whole damn thing right there. Okay, now I think I can lift this up. We'll see. We're going to hope for the best on that pie. When a guy knows, he knows. We're going to see how the pie turned out afterwards. Okay, that's it. Fresh key lime pie. It's all baked up and now needs to cool. We need to leave it on the counter for about an hour and in the fridge for about 3 hours. If you could do it overnight, even better. And then once this is all cooled down, I'm going to whip up that nice Italian meringue, finish it off, and then use the fire to give it nice golden brown finishing touches. Hopefully this one turns out really nice. Key lime pie. Just a gentle boom. So I don't want to disturb the pie. I'm going to put the pie... I'll put the pie over there for now. That's what we'll do. Let's put the, oh, this isn't hot over here. Let's put the pie right there. All right, done. Pie is done. Great, now I feel better. Everyone on the live stream, thank you. We've got job number 1 done. Pie. I filmed the intro, I think, for the ribs, didn't I? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, now though, let's get to work. I'm gonna need this, and I might need that. I'll definitely need this. So I'm using this hickory liquid smoke here. I used to use liquid smoke in the restaurants back in the day in the 80s and the 90s. I found a little bottle of this. This isn't cheap stuff, this is expensive stuff, but it's gonna get that nice little extra hickory smoke flavor to the ribs. I'm gonna need some sauce. I bought some, we call it, say in Montreal, la sauce. This is just so I can add a little bit onto the ribs when I put them in the oven to make sure they have a binder for all the spices. These are the worst things ever. There we go, we got that done. Rinse-a-rooney. Did I film the intro already? I think I did. Anyway, whether I did or I didn't, I don't know. So we've got that. We've got our brush, we've got our smoke. We don't need this right now. We definitely need some paper towel. We'll have to sanitize afterwards too, but we're getting set up here. Okay, we've got that. We're good. Again, this is filming. This is what we're doing, filming here. So we've got this ready. What do I do next? That rack. We need that rack. We've got to get that oven cranked up to 400. Actually, I'm going to go 4 1/4 here. That's what we're going to do. Make sure they get tender. Okay, so that's ready. I'll move this aside. I thought I was going to be able to use that right away. I got to hit record over here. Welcome to those that are in the live stream. I got to make sure that battery power is good too. But let's keep going here. Right there. Looks like we're in the frame. Okay. So the way I do the ribs, there's my little rack, set. Let's just make sure that's in the frame. Yep, that's in the frame. Okay, nice. Where's our jug of water? Ooh. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, so onto the ribs. So I just want to fill this up below the rack. It's going to give it that nice steam effect. Help these cook, get tender. Perfect. So let's call that about a ½ an inch of water, okay? Now, we're good there. We need to skin these ribs, okay? I'm going to move our spice over here as well for now. I'm actually going to move everything away. Try and keep all these things sanitary before we bring the ribs in the game, okay? But the ribs are coming in the game right now. Here we go, here we go. A lot of ribs. I'll keep some paper towel. I had the fork. I've got the knife. Got the fork. So let's bring all these out and see what we have here. Look at this. Uno, dos, 3. Look at that. These things are massive, massive ribs, okay? Now I'm a righty, so I should have been using my left hand. Anyways, I'm gonna have to wash because otherwise it's gonna slip on me. Little rinse-a-rooney, never hurts. So, we're skinning these ribs now. So if you haven't done this before, it's the membrane here. If you have a little knife-a-rooney, we just need to find that one little spot that'll let us get in there. I see it from this side. So all you gotta do is slide your knife under, slowly press through till you get close to the other side, and then you can simply pull, 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 pull. And then if you have a paper towel ready, it makes it a little bit easier to just be able to pull off the rest, just like that, okay? We don't like that part, okay? Make sure we got it all. Then we go on and we do that the same on the others. And if you don't see it easily accessible on one side, turn your rib rack right around the other. See, you can see right there, that's what we're getting. So I'm trying to get it up close so you guys can see what we're doing to skin them, take that membrane off. So under a little bit, press up, 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 up. Try and get through the other side so you can do this in one nice motion. And then once you've got that started just like that, if you put your finger in there and you pull, you can yank. Like I say, if you have a paper towel, it's gonna make it a little bit easier to finish off the end. You could do it just like that too, okay? And then you've got nice clean ribs, membrane gone. Same thing, finish off these guys. You do this for each one. Used to do this for, I think it was, geez, about 20 racks a day in the restaurant. Make sure we got it all. Otherwise, these ribs are going to be tough and they won't be tender. So there's not much to do in terms of ribs once we get this done. I'll put the knife down and pull with the paper towel, a little bit easier, and grip it and rip it. There we go, done and done. That was an easy process, okay? We've got that. So I'm gonna go the bottoms first. I'm gonna do a little wash-a-rooney here. Now, it's funny, as things just popped in my head, I was just thinking, I'm not sure that I have tinfoil. I need foil. I might not have tinfoil. I was thinking about that when I was washing my hands. I hope I have foil and I hope I have enough. I don't think so. I might have to go to the grocery store. No, we can make it. We can make it. We can make it. Okay, so, is that recording? Welcome everybody who's on the live stream. I'm doing a 2-for-1 here. I'm filming the content, edit it later. Now, this liquid smoke, we don't need too much, okay? Just a few drops. So, how do I want to do this? How do I put too much? The smoky flavor is going to be too heavy. So what I'll do, I will use a spoon. I don't want to use more than a teaspoon really for each one. So let's go. So this is liquid smoke that I found in the grocery store. So I'm going to use less than a teaspoon for each one. Over, and then I'll just do a quick little brush. I'm going to do this on both sides, okay? I'm going to leave that in there, see if we can keep everything as clean as possible. Now, if you could do this the night before, even better. That kind of dripped off, so I'm adding more from the top and let it swirl down. Good. And brush. This is just to give that nice little smoky flavor. I don't have a smoker. Now I want to try and keep my hands clean here a little bit. So where are my? I'm going to use the tongs that I don't like here, okay? Just, it's going to save me a step. Of the washaroonie. And then I'm going to be flipping them over again anyways to add in some spice, okay? Sauce and spice. So let's start with that one right on the edge. A little smoky. Brush. Get right in there. We want all these to have that flavor, so get right under it. Make sure it's everywhere. Good. Let's add that over there. So now I'm going to flip again as I start on the bottom for meat barbecue ribs, like that. Turn them all over. 3 and 4. Okay. And we're going to get these so we can do this in one step. Oh, I may even do a little bit more of the smoke. But one thing I learned over the years with the smoke is don't do too much. Okay? Again, you can't get it back if you put too much of that liquid smoke in there. Once it's there, she gone, as they would say. Okay, so just for the binder, a little bit more of our hickory flavor here. A little sauce. This is just a binder, okay, for the spices. Helps the spice stick a little bit easier. And we're going to press it in. We're not going to rub it. I don't want to rub it out. I just say that. We got to press in our spices, and it's a boom spice, okay? So far I've used a combination here of liquid smoke, hickory smoked barbecue sauce, both sides, and now I'm going to move on to our spice. Okay? Tell you what, I'm going to use a washaroonie here, a good washaroonie on my hands. There we go, washed up. Yes, good. Running white came around the other side of the camera. I want to make sure that one's still recording over here. Okay, so now you've got to be very generous and liberal with your spice, okay? So this is the boom spice. You know, the boom. Boom! In, good. I'm going to end up using all this for the ribs. So we'll sprinkle everywhere. Got to have coating everywhere, okay? Once we know we're good, press it in. You can use you have a spoon so it doesn't stick to your hand too. A dry one. That could work. Just press it in. Good. Nice. Now, since my hand's already there, I'm just going to turn them over. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, so now the important part here, the tops, okay? You'll see how I line these up. I'm keeping this hand clean for now. I still need some sauce over here, just a little bit. We're not putting too much sauce on these, okay? Basically a squirt or a line on each one. You're painting your own masterpiece in the kitchen, your ribs. Good, and the last one. Got them. Okay, good. Now, spice here. We want to make sure these are spiced up nice. I'm not a fan of using a spoon to spice, so I'm going to end up using it all here. That's what we're going to do. Press one down. We'll do the second one. You need spice on these ribs. If I have bland ribs in my kitchen, I'm not going to be happy. Forget about the family later on that's going to eat them. Last one. And again, I've got the jar too, so I've got extra spice here. I'm going to make sure this is all pressed in and we've got spice everywhere, okay? On the ribs. So the good part is now is the pie's done and the ribs are going to be going in the oven. So that I know I've got 2 hours to firm up everything else that I need now. We're good there. Use it all. Once we're confident, let's just start pressing. If we can use the dry hand, even better. Press. Kind of, I'm wet now, but I'm going to scrape all that off. We want it all on the ribs. We don't want it on my hands, okay? So once I've got 3, in there. I've got to spice that more. I've got to do a rinse-a-rooney because I'm going to pick up that jar. Okay, done. We're good. The final spice. We're going to do one more spice run right here. We're going to get rid of what we don't need over here. We don't need that. Now I just want to make sure I've got spice everywhere. Okay. Number 1, good. Number 2, done. Number 3. So putting them in the oven at 400 degrees, 425 for a couple of hours is going to help getting them tender, ready for the barbecue. Just finish them off on the barbecue for that nice extra flavor with a little bit more sauce. So that one's in there. And then make sure I get over here, lay this one across. A little bit better air circulation. In fact, I'm going to turn it because that's the big part. There's a little part over there and the big part. So I want to get as much circulation going in there as possible. And finish off on this guy. Make sure that nice meaty part, the rib, everything's covered with our spice. Beautiful. And then we've got to make our tent. Nice. Those ribs are going to have tons of flavor. Spice, sugar, hickory smoke. I'm hoping I'm doing Memphis proud. If I'm doing Memphis proud, I hope so. There's our ribs. Final wash-a-rooney. Okay, done and done right there. That's still recording, so that's good. I'll hit pause. Hit restart. Okay. Final step for the ribs. Thanks everybody who's watching the live stream as well. Now we're cooking over here. So I've got to make a tent. I've got to make a tent. So first off, it was good in terms of our spice. All that spice that I made, we've got about 3/4 of a jug left, so that's good. That's some extra spice. So now, we've got to make a tent, okay? So I bought the no-name foil. It's a smaller one. I'm nervous here that I don't have enough, but we'll see. We'll see. I've got to make sure I need at least 2 here to make this tent, okay? Okay, I think we're okay. We're not celebrating early. Okay, we made it. I was nervous there. So now, to make the tent, take your foil, about 1 inch to 2 inches, turn it up on one side, do the same on the other, like that. Okay. Now, bring both those folded edges up together, pinch it over once. We're going to try and get 2 folds in here. Another little fold. I've got to have room to get those edges tucked under as well, around the sides. So we're going to see. Is a smaller foil? Yeah, it's going to make it. It's going to make it. Okay, just like that. Now, once you got that tucked in, we'll wait to finish the top. Just start tucking around the corners. Remember, we've got our water under there as well. Turn it sideways, you guys can see exactly what we're doing. Just be careful when you're turning it because it has the water in there. You don't want it to spill everywhere. Corner. And we're going to go around one more time to make sure it's tucked in nice. Okay. The beauty is now that this is done, we've got 2 hours to make sure the rest of the menu is ready. Clean up. Shower up, tidy up, do everything. Thanks everybody who's on the live stream too. So I'm going to cook these in the oven. I've got it, 425 degrees? 420. 420, 2 hours. Okay, so that'll take me to about 2:30 Eastern time. 2:30 Eastern time. Give them about 90 minutes to cool down a little bit so they don't fall apart. These are going to be so tender when they come out of the oven. We don't want them to fall apart when they go on the barbecue. Okay, I see one little tiny hole over there. I'm going to have to patch that up. I don't want that steam getting out. So we're going to tuck again right here. Tuck there. We're all set. Okay, in the oven. Oh my goodness, let's leave them right there. Whew. Ribs in the oven and then on the barbecue. So let's be careful putting these in. This is a heavy sucker. Oh my gosh. Whew. Ribs are in the oven. Come back in 2 hours. I'll bring you back for that nice steam show that's about to happen from those ribs when they come out of the oven. I'm going to tear away the foils, going to steam everywhere. Might even do a little bit of taste testing before they go on the barbecue later on tonight. Boom! Wow, everyone, that was some work. So we got that done. How long have we been going? 2 hours. 2 hours. We got the key lime pie. So for those wondering, I'll show you. Check this out, the key limer. I won't put it down because I've got the raw there, so I gotta be careful. Key lime pie. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna clean up here, and we'll bring that pie over. How about that? I'll do a little quick clean up here and get everything. Oh, I can stop recording on this one, which is great, because I do have to do a little up close on the pie before it goes in the fridge. I'm just gonna get all this stuff out of the way. So what I'll do, I think now, I can now, yeah, you know what, we'll leave that right where it is. How about that? I won't get fancy just yet. All this, we're gonna do a nice clean job here. Get it nice and sanitary. It's good now that all the raw is gone and we're done with the raw. Since the pie is in the oven, the pie's done, the ribs are in the oven, and we're done with the raw, we can now do a clean-a-rooney. And then we're going to take a look at the pie. Everything will be clean, sanitary. I'm going to prepare the corn afterwards. Then I've got the fake biscuits. I say biscuits. Biscuits from a box. I'm going to make them from a box. Okay? But they'll be fresh. That's number one. Let's do it again. There we go. All right, we're gonna be sanitary and clean and ready to rock here with that pie. Just a minute. Good. Oh. Actually, let's dry her off like that. It's ready for the pie, everybody. I think we can now get a light on back there. We'll put all those spices away. That's so much to clean. Sauce, la sauce, done. Get our spices away. Put anything away that we don't need anymore, and give ourselves that peace of mind that we're ready. But I will take inventory for what spices I need to restock. Onion powder is definitely one. You know what's funny is I just cleaned up and sanitized. I forgot I'm doing chicken. I need more spice for the chicken, darn it. But that's okay. I've got a spice for that. I know what I'm going to use. I know what I'm going to use. We'll put all these away. I'll film, since it's already clean, I'll film the pie. We'll do the pie, give you the up close look on the pie, and then I'll do the chicken. How about that? Mustard powder, done. Whew, liquid smoke, put that up there too. It's not the best reorganization job, but it's getting the job done right now. Sugar's up there. That's over there. Sugar. I need sugar later. Okay. So I've got lime. I've got butter. We're going to put those away right now, okay? And I'll do that chicken afterwards. There's not much I'm doing for the chicken. Just a spice mix that I already have made. Not the boom spice or something else. Okay, there we go. We're good on there. Got that. We got that. We got that. There's our corn. There's the chicken. Sugar. Okay, I think now we're ready to rock on that pie. Where's our board? Zoom in for the pie. It should be cool by now. To the touch. Yeah. See how it's nice and it's firm, it's set. I'm going to set a 2-hour timer now for the oven. Right there. That's good. Okay, let's make sure that's in the camera frame. Actually, I'm not filming anything. I'm just gonna zoom a room here. There we go. Couple of photos. There we go. All set. Okay, now we'll finish with a little video. And we'll set this back too. Not bad, 12:30, ribs in the oven. Perfect, so things are still on schedule. Whew. Ba-da-ba-ba. And now the final film. Okay, everybody, there you go. Key lime pie. It's cooled down room temperature. I'm going to give it another 30 minutes and then pop it in the fridge for about 3 hours. And then I'm going to whip up that nice Italian meringue and finish this pie off, and it'll be ready. I'll come on back in a couple of minutes and I'll see the final product. Boom. Look. See the chunks of, not the chunks, but you can see the lime, the zest in there. Beautiful. All right, I'm going to stop recording over here. Perfect. And now we can bring this one in right over there, and you guys will be able to see this lime pie up close and personal, everybody. All right, check this out. Key lime pie ready. Look, you see the lime zest in there? You see the crust? We're hoping everything firms up. Let me look underneath. What the probability is that it's going to firm up. It's still warm under there, so that's okay. But that's our key lime pie, fresh, ready, and it just needs to cool now. So I've got 3.5 hours right now until family's supposed to come over. So this needs 3 hours to set in the fridge. So I've got plenty of time for that, which is good. It's going to need it, I think. It's going to need it. We'll see if that crust holds up together. But once this is closer to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then I'll go ahead and I'll make that meringue. I'll bring it out of the fridge. I'll finish up with the meringue, toast it up, nice golden brown flavor or color on there. And then the ribs will be done. I've got to do the corn. I've got to get the chicken ready and then make the fresh biscuits. And once all that's set, then I've got to make sure cleaning's done, table's set, and I've got to make sure I've got enough gas for the barbecue. So that was a little behind the scenes of how I film at the same time as doing a live stream. Is a hell of a lot more difficult. But thanks to everybody who was watching the live stream today. I might come back on later for the finished product to show those ribs coming out of the oven. We'll see how it goes. But you'll be able to watch the videos once I edit and post them too. And you can say, hey, I was there when they were being made live on the cooking show. So until next time, boom! Should have been more gentle around the pie. Can't be doing that around the pie. Okay? Let's get this out of the way. Okay, everyone, that's it. I'm going to shut her down. Oh, actually, I don't need to come around. I can just hit the X right here. So thanks, everybody who's watching the live stream. Keep on watching all the videos. For those that are coming in right now, that's it. Fresh key lime pie. Look how thick that one is. You can see the lime zest. I hope you guys can see the lime zest. It's set because it's been out of the oven now. I think about 30, 35, 40 minutes. So another half hour or so, and I'm going to pop it in the fridge, 3 hours. I'm still talking because I'm seeing more people popping in through the live stream for the first time. To get it going. So as a recap, this pie, if you go back and watch the beginning of the live stream, you'll be able to see exactly what I used in the recipe. I think we're 10 whole limes, 1.5 cups of crushed graham cracker in there for the pie crust, and away we go. Okay, now I'm gonna hit the X. I'm gonna sit down for 5 minutes, and then I gotta make the chicken, the corn, and the biscuits, and start cleaning. Boom. Where's the X? There it is.